Happy day. It is Down Home with Tina, and the couple of guests that I have coming up is one that has to do with the Native American celebration, and then we're going to talk with somebody from the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. So many fun things happening that something new I didn't even realize, well, it might not be new, with the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival that I would like for you to stick around and just hear. And I think that's about it, but it'll be a fun show. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's Down Home with Tina.
My name is Allie. I just became 14 years sober at the end of last month. Through the support of my family and friends, I got the courage to ask for help. And through treatment services and the recovery community, I was able to start my recovery journey. Now I get to work as a peer supporter and an addiction treatment navigator, where I get to help the next sick and suffering. If you don't have family and friends that can support you right now, you can find those supports through treatment providers, the recovery community, and peer supporters like me. Every life matters, and your recovery is worth it.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I'm excited with the guests that I have. But before we got started, apparently I am sporting Miami Vice Don Johnson today. And my guest is completely different. It's not Miami Vice.
Exactly.
Don Johnson. Kevin Everhart is with me. He is with Honoring Traditions Eastern Woodland Native American celebration that is coming up right here in our city of Lancaster. And every year, the last couple years, I've had you 3 years, maybe 3 years now, I think it is.
Yes.
Before that, it was on the radio.
Right.
And it is a really cool, it used to be also in the colder months of the year.
It was in January.
Yep, changed it to the summertime because you have better luck. However, I do remember last year I was a drenched rat. It was hilarious. I tried to be underneath the tent, but it was just, I even have a picture of it that we'll have to show up here. I was like laughing so hard because it is what it is.
It is.
Winter or summer, you're sometimes going to just get something that hits. Rain or shine, you're going to have the event, right?
We will be there.
Before we even get started.
We will be there.
What am I talking about? What are all the things that you guys have out at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds, right?
Absolutely. Yep. It's our 21st year, and it's Honoring Traditions in Eastern Woodland Native American celebration. And what we do is we put on an event where we have some of the best artists in the country that come in. We have Native American dancing, Native American singing. We have an MC who's fantastic, a retired university professor. He's Lumbee, that's the tribe he's from. Very, very knowledgeable about the different styles, the different dresses, and just really teaches the audience.
How many different tribes will be attending this year's event?
You know, it's hard to say. We've gotten so many contacts of different people that are coming in on this. So we're looking at, you know, I would guess, 100 or more.
Wow.
Different tribes.
Is it growing each year?
Every year it grows more and more. I mean, I feel bad because, we have so many artists that want to come to this event, because after 21 years, we actually have a really good reputation on our event. But we only have enough room for so many artists. So
right.
It's just a waiting list.
When do they start coming in and arriving?
So they'll start coming in Thursday. So the event is open to the public on Saturday and Sunday. But we'll actually have people coming in, dancers and the artists both. Will start coming in on Thursday.
Do you guys get to do some, getting together and knowing each other for those of that are coming in that are new, like that private time, I guess, too?
We do. We take the evening to kind of do, it's called 49ers, and what that is we just take a hand drum and we start playing and singing, because that's what, that's what it's all about. That comes from the spirit and from the soul and the heart, our singing. And we sing in honor of the ancestors.
What is the farthest of one of the tribes that's coming in?
I have one coming in from California. I have some coming in from Florida. I don't believe I've got anybody coming in from Canada this year. I think they're having some issues with the border getting across and all the fires they've got going on up there.
Yeah, because when they come in, it's not maybe just for entertainment, but they will also have like their vendors as well, right? So
exactly.
that could be kind of challenging if it's from somewhere.
Yeah, we have a
that.
new artist coming in out of New York, which I'm really excited about. I believe they're Seneca from the Seneca Nation, so I'm excited to meet them.
Oh, okay. What part of New York is that?
I couldn't.
Seneca,
I believe it's the upper part of New York, but I won't swear to it.
That's what because I know the Iroquois is that. I think that is the Western New York.
Right.
Yeah. So they would be more further up
more
into the
on the northern
upstate. Yeah, because they consider the Buffalo as part of the upstate, I believe, as well, because it's Western New York. Upstate is more above the Allegheny.
Allegheny.
It's up that way, right?
Yeah.
I think the
Yep.
mountains on
Exactly.
up there, is where they're going to get the Seneca. But different Indian nations up there. I
Right.
think that is pretty cool. So
Yeah, it is.
That is awesome that they're going to
Yeah.
be coming down to see
Yeah.
what they. Will they bring? Are they bringing? They are a vendor.
Yeah, they're a
bringing some
vendor,
items
and
stuff?
they'll also have a team that'll be dancing. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun.
Let's talk about the vendors, because the items that are going to be here and that are here each year, they're not items that you can purchase, I don't think, anywhere else in Lancaster throughout the year. So it makes it unique, is what
Right.
I'm saying.
A lot of their artwork, is all handmade. And you're right, it's very, very unique. It's not something you can find anywhere, at least in the area. You can't go to a shop or Target or Kohl's and pick up a decorated buffalo skull or some of the things that we make. So no, it's very unique and they're hard to find. And to be honest, if you buy them online from a reputable native artist, you're going to pay a lot more than what you're going to pay here for it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Which is understanding.
Which I wanted to share with folks as well, because I shared this with some kids that I had been in class with recently, that you taught me this years ago, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because sometimes I forget things, as he knows. And when Native Americans, they hunt and they do things, you don't just go and get the meat out of the animal. It's meat and you walk away and you leave it. You do much more with the animal and the fur and the skin and things like that.
We absolutely
right?
do.
So can you explain that? Because I think that is so cool.
So when we hunt and we have to take a life, first of all, we give thanks to the Creator for providing that animal, for that animal to give its life so that we can live. So we always offer prayers after we take the animal down. The other thing we do is we use every part of it because it's a respect issue. So we incorporate, of course, we use the meat to eat, the hides to make leathings, our clothing, things along those lines. We even use the deer toes to make rattles and stuff that we can go in and dance for that animal. So it's a respect thing. We respect all life, whether it's two-legged, four-legged, the winged ones, the insects, the fish. It's all about respect, and to me, that's what makes my culture so unique. And like I said, we will take that because we understand the value of life and that we've had to take life for us to survive, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to honor that animal for giving its life when we're in the dance circle. With
the 21 years, you said 21st
21.
year this year, how important is it? Because I know that like anybody can come, it's open to the public for something like this, but really the traditions of the Native American to pass those traditions down.
Correct.
That's very important. And how is that these days? Is it harder? Are you still doing that? Because I think it was you telling me that it was your grandparents that taught you so much of those traditions. Is it kind of sliding off like so many cultures that seem to be these days? Or are you able to really stick with it and really be firm when it comes to Native American traditions, Kevin?
Well, I lived my life that way. My kids lived my life that way. Our tribe, everyone tries to live their life with their teachings. We have new people that come to the tribe all the time, new members or citizens, what we call them. And of course, they're grasping for knowledge. So,
nice.
And And one of the things that I always try to lecture on when I do lecturing is that, and everybody should live their life this way, but we're responsible for the next 7 generations. So everything that you do on a day-to-day basis is affecting 7 generations from you. So that's why, you know, our teachings are, you know, we don't use a lot of books, we don't use a lot of reading. Most of ours are you know, through storytelling and verbal. That's how we teach. And we try to pass that on to the kids. Now, based on that, I'll be honest with you, we're having some competition with the internet, with Facebook and, you know, gaming, you know, because the young people, they're kind of losing interest in the tribe. And if we don't have the young people, eventually we won't have the tribes.
Yeah.
So we always try to keep things going where the kids are excited to learn, excited to come to ceremonies, excited to learn new things. So,
do you still get to do that and where that the kids, that you're really thinking that you are making that difference with them, like by sharing them? I mean, because it is hard, it is tough.
it is tough. It is tough.
So, I mean, how do you think that you're going to keep it going?
Well, what we do is we try to instill on them, and like I said, one of the things they learn early on is that we're responsible for the next 7 generations.
So they know that.
They
right
know
out the
that.
gate. Yeah.
And a lot of our younger people, I mean, they were born and raised Native, so to them it's just natural. The ceremonies are natural. So.
And so you still get to have the powwows.
We do.
You still are doing those, and you're still in your own tribes,
Right.
And you get to do that, and they get to be a part of that. Because of course we don't, and we wouldn't know.
Right.
Being on those who
Right.
are not part of the tribe,
Right.
Of course. But
now
this is a celebration for everybody to kind of get an idea of what it's like.
This is what we call a powwow. The ceremonies, those are private. Those are for our
Yes.
tribal people only. For the Pikwishani tribe, totally separate from that. But those are more of our spiritual aspects. You know, what kind of like going to church.
You took the word right out of my head. Did you see the word church kind of hit my forehead? That's what I was going to say.
is.
It's kind of trying to keep them in it
It
and
is.
dragging them sometimes, and it's just.
Sometimes it's difficult.
But it's keeping it going because it is so very important, and that's one of the reasons why you're doing this. So, favorite food that folks love to get, because I just did not realize I was going to go on that ramp.
No, that's good. That's good.
Off onto different guests.
I mean,
But I think it's nice.
We've got 2 exceptional food vendors this year, and both of their names have totally slipped my mind. But one's out of Athens, and she's going to be. She'll be serving bison burgers and some of the more traditional cheeseburgers and hot dogs and stuff for the younger kids. The other food group is also a local food group out of Columbus, and they'll be serving Indian fry bread. If you come to Poway, you've got to have fry bread. We live on fry bread.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to. And she'll be making Indian tacos and things along those lines.
Okay. And how much is it to get in?
This year it's $7 for adults, $5 for kids 3 to 12. Any child that is 3 and under come in free, and senior citizens are $5.
Okay. Food vendors, entertainment, a lot of different things going on.
Douglas Bluefeather will be back. He's an international Native American flutist. He'll be there for entertaining,
and no
dancing,
dogs, no pets.
candy dancing.
Yeah, the candy dancing is
Yeah.
a huge thing for the kids.
Right.
But you recommend no pets.
No,
Don't bring
it's
it
just
'cause of the-
especially with the heat, and it's just it's not fair to them.
No, it's not.
No.
That's what. Yeah, and the noise and it's
Right.
just not.
And
So,
you've
yes.
been there. You know how loud the powwow drums are.
But it's so cool.
Isn't
it
it,
is
though?
amazing, and it's the neatest.
It's the heartbeat of Mother Earth right there.
That's right, and you feel it. You feel
do.
it. Yeah, rain or shine.
Absolutely. And we've had them
Downpour or
both.
shine. They're going to be there. What dates?
Yeah.
And hours?
Saturday,
Times?
August the 5th, and Sunday, August 6th. Gates open at 10 o'clock. Saturday, we close at 7 p.m. Sunday, it's 10 o'clock till 5.
Perfect. Kevin, thank you so much. Always a treat having you. Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm going to talk about the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. It's down here with Tina.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
It's Down Home with Tina, and I'm glad to have with me Dan Booz. He is it is the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. It is sponsored by the Lions Club each and every year. Oh my goodness, how many years has it been now, Dan?
This is 76.
76 years. And how many years have you been involved with the
21.
Lions Club? 21 years. My goodness. Why did you decide to start out and be involved with the Lions Club?
Well, I've been involved in the Sweet Corn Festival most of my life. Before I was in Lions, I was involved with Boy Scouts and Music Boosters, so I already had an idea what the Sweet Corn Festival was about. And the general chairman of the festival, his daughter and I went to school together, and he happened to run into me one time I was working at the local hardware store, asked if I was interested in becoming a Lion, and I said yeah. So I've been involved ever since.
Really, what'd you start out doing, just as a regular member?
The first year of the festival, I actually worked in office services, and then right after that, I was the assistant chairman of marketing.
Okay.
Public relations. So John Yorty, who's the chairman, and I have been a team together for 20 years now. So actually, that's probably the longest duo of any committee on that festival right now. So it's worked.
That's what I was just going to say. You must be doing something right. And
Yes.
Yes. And John, he is such a great guy. Oh my goodness, what's it like working with such a great fellow like
he's
that?
He's awesome. He's a great guy. He's funny. Makes it fun to work there, and
Right.
so we enjoy each other.
What is the mission of the Lions Club, Dan?
So our main mission is Lions, for the Lions is eye awareness. So the funds that come in through the Sweet Corn Festival, it goes right back into the community. The main is eye awareness, such as eye exam, eyeglasses, eye surgeries. We're also involved in pilot dogs. So that is where the main funds go, but we also support our local schools, Walnut Township local schools, for athletic boosters. We also do support, there has been a lot of catastrophes lately in our country, so we do support those. So in Nationwide Children's Hospital we support too, so there's various other organizations we do support.
When you say that you help locally, that's because there are Lions Clubs all over the place, not just in Millersport.
Exactly. The Lions International is the largest nonprofit organization in the world. So they are in almost every country right now.
Yeah. And a lot of different villages and towns and things like that. And that's why, so I just want to make sure folks that may not be familiar with, which many probably are, that there might be a Lions Club near you that you could get involved with. Just the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival happens to be your biggest fundraiser for your local Lions Club.
Correct. And there is a lot of other organizations that are involved in the Sweet Corn Festival, and that is their largest profit-making festival, such as the Lakewood Band Boosters, the Donuts. That is their largest profit-making. And we do have other various Lions Clubs that are involved in the Sweet Corn Festival too. So
it's a win-win, isn't it? Because what does it do for those nonprofits that come out and they have put up a booth, for instance, for the Lakewood and the delicious donuts?
It helps their organization right back, raising funds for uniforms, for band uniforms, bus trips, band camps, that type of thing. For other Lions Club, it's their various projects they do. The churches, they're a lot of them food pantry support. So, like I said, we have various other civic organizations involved in the Sweet Corn Festival.
Yeah, and you mentioned bands. So that is a big part of what the actual parade is, which is the kickoff for the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival, is it not?
That is correct. Yeah, on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, large parade begins and starts at the high school, go through downtown Millersport, ends at the Sweet Corn Festival grounds. We feature 16 high school marching bands. We also feature the Ohio State School for the Blind. Where we've always been excited to have them come every year to be part of the parade. And so we have over 100 units involved in the parade. The parade is invitation only. We do want to mention that. So,
with that also, you have an attendant or a representative to go and be in the Queen's pageant from each of those schools that are invited to be a part of the parade, correct?
That is correct. Yep, we have a representative from each high school that competes on Thursday night, and we have a second runner-up, first runner-up in Queen. This past year, Burn Union had their first ever Queen.
Very nice.
Which was awesome to see that. So it's good to see we got a lot of schools involved in it.
That's right. How many years have they been doing that part of it with the representatives and the bands and everything right from the start?
Right from the start.
From the very first Millersport Sweet Corn Festival.
Yeah.
And that's how they've kicked it off, and they've just kept that tradition every year.
Yep.
Man, the streets get packed.
They do.
They are ready for that parade, and it's rain or shine usually.
Rain or shine usually. If it's, we monitor the weather, but usually it's rain or shine.
It's the last weekend of August, correct?
We always say it's Wednesday through Saturday before Labor Day.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. What are some of the other things that folks can look forward to, of course, other than the sweet corn? And are you having the sweet corn competition this year?
We still have competitions this year. It's still there. We have a ladies only, and then we also have various other groups. So we still have the corn eating contest. We still have the kiddie tractor pull. We still have the big tractor pull. We also have country music entertainment on Saturday night. Friday night's entertainment's just a little bit different this year. We went to a little outside the box, we like to say. And we have Firehouse on Friday night.
Okay.
So that's I kind of like to say a soft rock band.
Nice. Okay, a little to get another different group of folks in there, demographic. Hopefully, they'll get them out. And then Saturday night.
Saturday night is country star Chris Cagle.
Chris Cagle, very, very cool. And what is the really cool thing about having this entertainment in there? What folks, do they have to pay for tickets?
No, free admission.
Yep.
Free admission, free entertainment. All of our entertainment's free.
Yep, which you have that throughout the entire. Now, after the bands, do you have entertainment that night on Wednesday night, right? Do you have anybody on the stage? I don't know why I thought you did. Not on Wednesday.
No, not on Wednesday. No, not this year. Last year we did because it was our 75th festival, but no, not this year.
Not this year. Okay, so but you do every other night. You do have, or is it throughout the evening that it does continue to have entertainment, not just the Friday and the Saturday?
Right, and
so
we do have two other stages as entertainment.
That's
we have
what I
Founders
thought.
Commons
Okay.
and Hickory Grove stage. They both have music.
What are some of those entertainment acts that are coming and going to be on those stages, Dan?
A lot of it's bluegrass, some of it's square dancing, Christian music. We do have some Christian bands that do come play. Slaw Dog, I know that's a popular one here in Lancaster.
Yeah.
They do come and perform. So
Friday and Saturday night, free. What do you recommend when it comes to the seating? Because some people like to get there early.
Right, we don't reserve seating. You're more than welcome to bring your own chairs, but we do not reserve seating. The free seating, we provide about 1,500 chairs for seating. So, but first come, first serve when it comes to seating.
Rides for the kids?
Yes, we do have a ride special on Wednesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. to 11 for $20. You can ride all the rides you want. On Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., also $20 to ride all the rides you want. We feature over 20 midway rides.
All right. And then you guys have the big, what is the big thing that you do, drawing you do on Saturday night?
So this year we brought back the $10,000 major prize.
You did? Okay.
It's always been, the last couple of years, fortunately because of COVID, we had to bring it down to 5.
Okay.
But this year, since we've had a couple good festivals, we felt it was right to bring it back up to $10,000.
Good.
And you can also win various other prizes besides the cash prize.
And you basically have food there, like all kinds of food, like you name it, it's there.
Yeah, and we have over 70 organizations there of food and games. They're all nonprofit, so when you come out to the festival, you're supporting nonprofit, you're helping those so they can help those in need.
And Dan, what really helps you guys as the Lions Club and those folks coming to the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival to where you can have the free entertainment? What is it that folks, you ask them to do?
You know, just come enjoy it, have a great time. We are, I like to say, a family fun festival. We focus on family values, and we always have. So just know and we have a great sheriff's department. I like to say that. Fairfield County Sheriff's Department has been wonderful to us. They provide great officers that support us. Even Sheriff Alex Lape has been wonderful. The Millersport Police Department is a big support. The Walnut Township Fire Department is also a huge supporter. The Village of Millersport, the mayor, the village council members, they do a fabulous job of supporting us.
And it really does. It helps out other nonprofits. That's what you guys are all about. And the kids, the high school kids that go out there and volunteer their time as well to work the different booths and things like that. What about parking?
Parking is $10. So, you know, and we do provide a shuttle service. So if you are parked out far, we can bring you closer in.
My only advice that I would give folks is if you can't find, just make sure that your key fob to your car battery is working in case you can't find your car. I'm just saying it may or may not have happened to me one year at the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, that car's really shiny. Yeah, I did wash it. And I did lose it because of my fob. That is not a fun thing to do. So just make sure your key fob battery
it's funny you mention that because like Saturday or into Sunday morning at 2 a.m. we see some cars still sitting out in the parking lot. And we're like, where are these people at? You know, why is their car still sitting there?
Right, yeah. Is it an alcohol-free grounds?
Just making sure. The grounds are alcohol-free. We do feature a beer garden now.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So it's called a garden for a reason.
Right.
It is secured by the Fairfield County Sheriff's Department. So for those adults who want to come and enjoy a nice adult beverage, they can in a secure location that is monitored. And so, you know, that's...
I don't know why that's what made me think those cars could be sitting there. Maybe somebody was drinking alcohol and I thought I would ask that question. So anyways, Dan, how can folks follow you? You guys have your Facebook page, right?
Yes, official Millersport Sweet Corn Festival, or you can go to our website at sweetcornfest.com.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me. And I hope you all have a great year for the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. I hope you guys can make it out. I'm hoping to catch up with some of the queens before the festival happens. So we'll get to that. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back. It's Down Home with Tina.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year. And lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region, too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. And folks, I do hope you get to catch up and hang out with a couple of those fellas right there with those events that are coming up locally, one in Lancaster and the other, the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. Just a quick little thing I want to remind you before I get out of here as my positive message this week. I shared this with some kids recently. If you had 7 days left to live, what would you be doing? This could be your 7 days. Folks, I want you to do what your heart desires as far as live your best life and begin today, because we never know what tomorrow will bring. Just do the best that you can to be happy. God bless and good day until we meet again. It's Down Home with Tina.